Obed, obviously you're back from Spain. Just want to get your take on what was probably the biggest thing you learned out of the group, out of the coaching staff from that Marbella camp.
I think we have a really good group. I think everyone's buying in the way we want to play. I think it's starting to gel a little bit more after 2 seasons. I think we've been playing this way. I think now it's easier when guys come in like Jesus, Paul, like easier for them to integrate the way we play because everyone already knows what we want to do. And I think that's what we learned from this trip is that everyone knows when their name is called what they have to do in every position. I think the teams that we played, especially the last team, challenged us. They tested us, how we can press better, how we can keep the ball better, and just manage games. So I think it was a really good trip.
It feels like the new format is more aggressive. Maybe there's a little risk in you guys pressing three on top. How would you describe that, and how has your role changed with some of those nuances that maybe they've added?
I think our system hasn't really changed. Maybe because it's a front three, you might think it's a little bit more aggressive. I think we've always tried to be aggressive. But the personnel obviously is a little bit different. We have new players, so we have to adjust the way we kind of set up in the five back. But I feel like it's very similar, and I think my role really hasn't changed. Like I said, it's the same system, just new players, and there's adding more stuff to it so we can get better and win trophies.
Has your build-up changed, though, just in terms of how you're building up?
No. It's 3-2 build-up.
Yeah.
There might be changes in the way we build up depending on the opponent, how they're pressing us. We might change, but that's relative to each team. But overall, we haven't really changed.
And how advantageous is that you can change a subtle tweak here and there makes you so that opponents aren't seeing the same thing?
I mean, we've discussed it a lot. It gives a little bit of uncertainty to the other team. We've discussed like when they press us with 3, when they press us with 2, when they press with just a 9 and a 10. So, we have to be ready for all those types of presses. So, it gives us the best chance to build out and not have to divide a ball and make it 50-50, but make it 100%. That's going to be our ball.
With the emphasis on extra runners when you build up, how does that play into your game? Because now you have more options. Does that open up the field for you?
Extra runners?
Yeah.
I think Jordan is obviously a big threat in behind. We have Albert in the pocket, Pedro, Jesus, whoever plays in there that can also run in behind as well. We have wingbacks that are fast that can get in behind. So we'll see. I think it's very exciting the way we're going to play. So I'm just happy.
What do you talk a little bit about Steph and his leadership ability, excuse me, and how that might have helped you? Steph.
Oh, Steph? He's the captain in the locker room, the leader. Honestly, since I've been here, he's just been the guy, I feel like, in the locker room. Whenever we need something, kind of just go to him. He's kind of, the dad kind of in the locker room. Whenever you need something, say the coaching staff or, management, whatever, you kind of go to him. So he's been that presence in the locker room since I can remember.
When you have the age difference, do you notice, like, now that you're getting older, is that gap kind of closing as you age, or do you still, like you say, the dad, do you still kind of view the older ones?
Yeah, it's still like, I kind of look up to him with a lot of respect, for everything that he's done in the kind of role he's in right now. But I think the gap does close. I think when you first come, like, you kind of just listen to what they say and you just do it. But now I think you can give a little bit more feedback, and they'll respect it more.
How are you approaching this season in terms of your personal goals?
Trying to build off last season. I think it was a good season, but I think I can, I've said it before, get more assists, get more goals, get more involved in the attacking third. That's really my goals. And obviously, defensively, get stuck in, win tackles, win the ball back, and obviously improve my soccer IQ. I think that's a big thing since I got here, especially with Preki and the coaches. They've helped me, increase my soccer IQ, which is what I'm looking forward to as well next season.
How would you assess sort of like
or this season? Yeah.
How would you assess the depth of this team and sort of the internal competitions?
I think we have a lot of good players everywhere. I think every position has, competition in the midfield. Me, Christian, Danny, JP, whoever's in there, center backs as well. I think everywhere is competition, especially up front as well. You see the quality that we have, and it's gonna push the team to get better. And if you're not in form, you're at risk for losing your spot.
Obed, you've grown in front of the eyes of the fan base, but what is it about your experience playing professional soccer that has helped you become the person that you are today?
I think my experience as a professional soccer player has, allowed me to. My mentality, I think, is the biggest thing that I've learned. The way you carry yourself every day is the most important thing. The way you train, the way you are in the locker room is the most important thing. That's just what I've learned, and that kind of relates off the field as well, with your relationships. I'm just trying to live day by day. I'm still learning. I'm not saying I'm a finished product or anything like that, so I just keep trying to do the same thing.
And in that same vein, what are some of the things that you've noticed with your family and how they not only see you, but how they cheer on you, they root for you? But have you noticed any differences in how those conversations with your dad when you're watching soccer have developed?
Yeah, I think he listens to me a little bit more. He respects my opinion a little bit more now. He's always been my coach. He's always told me what to do, but I think now, with everything that I've been through, I think he respects me a little bit more.
Hace poco hablabas de continuar la inercia del año pasado. ¿Hay algo en especial este año que crees que estás haciendo mejor? ¿Que el juego se ha visto un poco más lento? ¿Qué ha cambiado? ¿Qué ha mejorado en tu opinión, mentalmente o físicamente?
Yo creo que obviamente el juego se ha hecho más despacio para mí, se siente más lento. Y creo que ya puedo aportar más en la parte ofensiva, el último pase, el último tiro. Creo que es algo que tengo que mejorar mucho, es tirar a gol. No tengo muchos tiros. Cuando veo las estadísticas, no tengo muchos pases a gol, no tengo muchos tiros, y es algo que quiero mejorar, y creo que es una área donde puedo mejorar mi juego.
Ser un joven con... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What are you liking about the addition of Paul, Ariola, and Jesus?
I mean, Jesus, I got along really well with him in Marbella. He's obviously my roommate. Kind of like a brother to me now. Kind of do everything together. So that relationship. And then on the field, obviously, he's a very good player. He's going to score goals and give assists. Paul Ariola as well, super good guy. I think we got into a really good start. Obviously he speaks Spanish. He played in Mexico, so that was good. And obviously on the field, he's an experienced guy. He's does everything well, so he's gonna add a lot to the team.
And Brian said thick as thieves with you and Jose. What's really kind of made you bond? Is it just as simple as roommates? Or?
I think, yeah. I mean, the roommates, obviously you're in the same room a lot. You spend a lot of time, but I think our background as well. We both come from Hispanic parents. We both speak Spanish. We both have big goals for ourselves, and that's kind of something we bond over. So it's that a little bit of the age as well. He's 5 years, something like that, but it's close enough.
¿Qué es lo que ha cambiado en tu aptitud, no solamente como futbolero, pero también como humano, viendo las cosas que están pasando ahorita en nuestro país y cómo está cambiando la temperatura para la gente hispana?
Sí, es una pregunta que me hago mucho. ¿Cómo podemos ayudar a la gente hispana? Creo que mis hermanas es algo que son personas que me ayudan mucho de ese tema, porque ellos están muy involucradas en la comunidad. Mi hermana en Oregon siempre está presente en las en las protestas, y es algo que a veces como jugador es difícil ser abierto, pero siendo parte de la comunidad hispana siento por toda esa gente, y tiene todo mi apoyo de mí y toda mi familia.
Hablando de esa mentalidad, no es fácil ser un joven con tu proyección y que haya reportes de ofertas por ti por $10 millones a México, a equipos. ¿Cómo manejas tú el ruido, las ofertas, y piensas en un siguiente movimiento, o tú cómo manejas ese espacio de mente?
Sí, es algo que tienes que acostumbrarte a. A veces yo veo cosas en las redes sociales que yo ni sé, o sea, hay ofertas que yo ni no me entero, no sé nada, la verdad no sé dónde sacan tantos rumores, pero mi mentalidad y la forma que soy es siempre dar lo máximo del día a día, o sea, no me puedo adelantar a una transferencia o que están poniendo tanto dinero por mí, no, eso no es nada concreto. Eso no me va a ayudar a mi carrera si yo estoy pensando en cosas extra cancha. Entonces intento entrenar bien y hacer la parte fuera del campo y dentro del campo bien para que lo que pase, si hay una buena oferta, sea la correcta, donde un lugar que me quiera ayudar a desarrollar es donde a lo mejor puedo pensar ya en eso, pero ahorita no.
Pero eso cambió, ¿sigue siendo Europa la única opción o hay opción de ir a otro
Sigue
lugar?
siendo Europa.